Africans, what happened to us? What happened to us? Today I want to talk about South Africa and African on African hate. You know the way you have the far right in Europe. You have a group in South Africa hating on fellow Africans, beating them, saying they are taking their jobs. It is sad. They call it Operation Durula movement. And I'm going to read how they describe themselves. That they are a civic movement running on an anti-immigrant platform with the word Durula meaning force out in Zulu. Force out. Forcing Africans out. The same fellow Africans that supported you guys during apartheid, that supported your leaders during the bad days, the same Africans that were contributing money to send to your country, to send to your movement so that people can get freedom. Today, those people, when people had your independence, many of them were so happy to come and join their brothers and sisters in the freedom that people have. There are problems everywhere in Africa. No one is perfect. No country is perfect. They came to South Africa thinking that they will be safe. Only for some bad apples, because it's not us Africans, South Africans. Some bad apples. In fact, let me put the video that you watch the video first, and then we'll continue this discussion. Just watch the video. Watch.
They call themselves Operation Dudula. In Zulu, it means force out.
You are taking our jobs. You are selling us drugs.
Members post videos of themselves confronting immigrants, most of them fellow black Africans. In some cases, even assaulting them and preventing them from accessing essential services like hospitals.
Don't ever come to our clinics, please. Don't ever come to our clinics.
Their complaints are familiar the world over. They say immigrants are committing crimes, taking jobs from locals, and burdening public services.
Now we are here as South Africans to walk our streets. These are our streets. They don't belong to anyone.
I'm here in Zimbabwe.
Now if it's Zimbabwe, okay.
But who is behind?
You now see, right? You see how they are all dressed like military people who are about to go and take on ISIS. Eh? As if they are about to go and take on an enemy, a serious enemy somewhere. And who is their enemy? Their fellow African brothers. Their fellow struggling African brothers that have escaped maybe war, poverty, and other issues. Many of them trying to start, legal businesses or have their small roadside businesses. Have they ever refused that others should not compete with them? I know there are other South Africans going about their business peacefully. But why will you create a movement of hate to target the vulnerable people, the weak ones, to force out your own African brothers? The forefathers, those who talk about Pan-Africanism, Kwame Nkrumah, even Nelson Mandela, I'm sure he's looking from heaven and shaking his head. He's surely crying. And these guys, they have even created a political party. You can Google that. Their main target, you will never see them targeting Europeans. No. You don't target Europeans. You will never see them targeting Americans. No. You don't target Americans. No. That's not the people who want to force out. You will never see them targeting any other person. They are targeting their fellow African brothers. It's not like it's right to target anybody in the first place. Why will you target anybody? Much less your African brothers. With hate. In this day and age. 21st century. You need to see how they have a whole, they have conferences and everything. For people from Zimbabwe, people from Nigeria, people from Ghana, fellow brothers from Mozambique that have just come to your country. I mean, if for the people that deal with drugs and do bad things, we can understand, but not that you don't take the laws into your hands. You can ask the police and the government to do their job. You can tip the government on it. The people buying these drugs and so on, they are fellow brothers and sisters. You know the people. So if they want to betray them, they will betray them and they will face the law. But the majority of the people that people target, fellow African brothers, struggling to make a living for themselves. You see in one of the videos, the guy is there, he's selling tires. Is that an illegal business? The guys, they have shops, Somalians, and many other people who have businesses there. They have their businesses and they are running it. They are trying to fit into the society. And they are serving your fellow South African brothers. But a few radical fellows, a few bad apples have thought it a good idea to target the weak link. The wealth of South Africa, if we want to talk about, the blacks still hold just about 20% of it. Why is that? When we talk about lands, what percentage of the lands do you, the fellow South Africans, own? Right? You have serious issues that you have to look into your country. I'm not having the solutions to this, but you guys have serious problems. You have to look at your government in the face. You people discuss and you come up with real solutions. The youth unemployment rate in South Africa is almost 50%. The unemployment average in South Africa is above 30%. You think that is people that are doing side businesses? The Somalian having a shop, the Mozambican trying to do a side thing. How many of them work in offices? Those Africans that you guys go around targeting, Dudula movement people, tell me, how many of them work in offices? How many of them work in the mines, the popular mines? How many of them work in ShopRite or in other places? Obviously, you will not find many of them there. They try to start their self-businesses, and they work behind the scenes. That's what the majority do. But yet, people decide to create a whole movement and now a party to target them in the name of forcing out. We know the people you are trying to force out. They are Africans. Africans hating on Africans. My fellow brothers, you guys need to travel. Travel and see the world. Okay? And you understand that it's only by coming together. Only by coming together. For those in your country that cause problems, contact the police. Do not take matters into your own hands. Yes, this is the kind of things that promote xenophobia and every other thing. Whoever thought it that it was right? That you're South Africa, this is my place. I was born here. I even saw a video. Somebody that one of the parents was South Africans. He even had his papers, his ID and his passport. And they told him that he cannot prove, that he needs to show them proof. What proof do you mean? If somebody comes even and naturalizes in your country, what proof are you asking for? If you, people of Dudula movement, you go to America and you become a citizen, and somebody in America comes and holds you and say, no, proof that your great-grandfather was born in America, what will you say that is? Stop hating. Stop hating. You see love? Love your brothers. You know the real cause of your problems. I'm not the one to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. You know it. You know your real problem. Face the real problem. Face the real problem. Go and meet your leaders and discuss how to solve your problems. Stop picking on the soft, the weak, the vulnerable. There are a lot of people that escape wars and problems and come there, hoping that it's a safe haven. Another African country, another black to meet the worst. I'm sure there's some of the hate that they meet there is worse than hate that they will meet anywhere else. It's worse than racism they'll probably face anywhere else. So please, I don't know what that your movement is for. Look for something else. Fellow South Africans, talk to those your radical brothers and sisters. Talk to them. The bad apples that are among you, weed them out. Meaning that if foreigners come, tell the police, oh, we have one drug dealer here, we have one. That's your right. Nobody should be bringing crime to another person's country. But you see all those people that are living side by side and are living a straight life, trying just to get income for themselves and their families, trying to live a life and become, live people as people of dignity. Stop picking on them. Look at you tying fellow Zimbabweans, your neighbors. You are tying them. You are tying them. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's truly sad. It's like Cameroonians tying Nigerians, fellow citizens tying citizens. Do you know the number of Malians that are in Ivory Coast? There are over 4 million Malians in Ivory Coast. No day have you heard that the Ivorians have got up to beat Malians. There are so many Guineans. In fact, there are Guineans and Malians. It means people from Guinea in Ivory Coast. So many. There are so many of Guineans too in Senegal. No day will you hear that Senegalese are beating the Guineans that go home, or Malians to go home. There are many Chadians, in Cameroon. There are many people in different places. Sometimes you hear that the authorities, because of corruption, maybe they ruffle these people, oh, where are your papers, and so on. But it's a whole different thing when fellow citizens take it upon them to be targeting their fellow brothers, beating them, blocking them from hospitals. Jesus. Which world do you guys live in? Which world do these guys live in? Please, South Africans, talk to your fellow brothers. Show love, not hate. Hate will not solve 45% unemployment issue. The hate will not give you more wealth. If you like, you drive all the it wouldn't make you rich. Even if you wanted to discriminate, which is wrong. Who has stopped South Africa from owning stores and then fellow South Africans buying from them? Which is still bad. But who stopped that? Nobody. But you can't pick on these people because they have dared to try. They have dared to dream. They have dared to implement their dreams. And you create a movement to force out. Shame on you guys. Shame on Dudula. I said it. Shame on you people. That will be all for this video. See you guys in another one. Thank you.